Hi guys, it's Ray, and this is going to be a channeled song with messages. I kept hearing Lonely Child by NBA Youngboy. So I listened to the song because it had been a while since I heard it, but there is so much pain that's in this song. You can hear the pain in his voice. You can hear the pain in the lyrics. So I'm going to go over them. Or just key points of them at least. So, I just want to be loved. Don't nobody understand me though. The way I came in the game, the image that I put out, they wouldn't expect me to have feelings. I know it probably don't seem like it. That's why they talk about me like I ain't human. But we all is. I'm still being me. I'm still in the streets. I'm still thugging. Until they put me under. That's how we living and that's how we going out. Open your mouth. Mama, I'm so sorry. I got iceberg where my heart at. On the road where I had it hard at. How I'm chosen, I'm so heartless. I ain't know my age. He was 16. They unalive Lil Dave. Mine in a rage. I'm way too young to feel this pain. I ain't know how to fade, but I dove in cause I'm a man. I love that girl to death. As we get old, our feelings change. So far, I feel like you are somebody that feels like you are completely alone in this world. You apologize to your mother, to your father, to your friends, to your spouses, to your kids. For some of you that do have children. For others of you, you apologize to everybody else except yourself for you will owe yourself an apology for the times where you weren't able to be a child. That's confirmation because I'm holding Onyx. So that spirit over there doing what they're doing. But yeah, you were so busy being a parent to everyone else, or you're so focused on being the perfect friend, being the perfect mother, being the perfect girlfriend, wife, husband, father, mother, or whomever, but you stop loving yourself. So you've always felt alone in this world. You always felt like nobody understood you, but it was so much going on that your mouth was closed. So you weren't able to speak up and let people know how it is that you truly felt or how it is that you truly feel, because for a lot of you, this is still how you feel to this day. I feel as though you may be what they consider the black sheeps of the family, and this is something that you carry with you on a day-to-day basis, and it's hard for you. Like, it is so hard for you to be able to feel as though you can move forward. You do all of this for everybody else, but when are you going to decide to finally do it for you? When are you going to decide to finally do it for you? When are you going to be loyal to you? He said, I pay for therapy because my thoughts ahead of me. They keep on dragging me. I play for keeps, they scared of me. I cannot barely sleep or even breathe. I cannot hold on without you on side of me. Some of you have somebody that you are very codependent on their energy or vice versa. Yeah, that's confirmation. Thank you, Spirit. And you feel as though when this person is not in your presence, you're unable to eat, you're unable to sleep, you're unable to focus. And then for a lot of you, there are different substances that you partake or that you allow in your life, and you use those. So if you don't have those, then you can't eat, you can't sleep, you can't function. But you have to love you, because this entire time you've been choosing everybody else except you. I never knew this fame would take the ones I love away from me. I want to see Casey bad, but I can't seem to call Nene. Go in with no pen and pad. I got this shit right on my sleeve. Right now my candle burning wax. I feel like it's burning me. So I don't know if you're doing candle magic, and if you are, please protect yourself before and after and be mindful of your intentions. But there are always messages that appear in the wax. There are messages that appear in the flame, in the smoke. Pay attention because Spirit is speaking to you. For some of you, you have a past that is so dark that you've yet to heal from, that it seems to take over you, so it feels as though your body is burning. For a lot of you, you need to cleanse using water. You need to also eat more fruits that are high in water content. So cucumber, watermelon, cantaloupe, honeydew melon, anything in the melon family really would be beneficial to you. I'm just a lonely child who wants someone to help him out. Take this pain away because my head been running wild. He goes on to say how he fell in love with a child and not knowing basically that the child wasn't his. And then he's saying that he's missing this other girl because she doesn't make him feel basic. So you can have different people in your life, or you may have fallen in love with a child that you were under the pretenses that that child was yours. It was under false pretense that the child was yours, and unfortunately the child turned out not to be. However, you had built a bond with that child. You had fallen in love with that child. For some of you, you've pulled away from this child and the person that's responsible for all of this. Happiness I'm chasing, while people behind me trying to blank me. So he's saying people behind him trying to take his life. So some of you have people that may be after you because of a life that you initially may have chosen. For some of you, you may have been forced into a lifestyle that you did not want, and now it led you down a road to where you may have dropped out of school. You may have given up on different things that you were once passionate about. But again, it's time for you to pour into you. It's time for you to love you. It's time for you to understand that you have to put yourself first. If you are always empty, what do you have to give to everyone else? You cannot be everything to anyone else if you're nothing to yourself. Some of you, you're so generous, but you're so drained as well. And by you being so drained, you're not understanding that you're pouring that drained energy into who it is that you love. So instead of them getting a healthy version of you or a full amount of you, they're not. They're getting what's left over after you already poured into everything else in your life. And then when you've already poured into everything else in your life, when you come back, you have about 2% for yourself, if that. You may be missing a parent. You may have grew up in a single parent home. For some of you, because you are used to people abandoning you, you create children out of this fear. You have blockages on your throat chakra for not being able to speak up for yourself many, many times. You have always unfortunately felt unloved. And despite all of that, you still go ahead and actually try to pour as much love as you can into people. And for some of you, unknowingly, it's unhealthy love because you didn't have the best representation for love growing up. And some of you still don't have the best representation for love now. You could have someone that took on the mother role for you despite the fact that they weren't your mother. You could have a parent that was suffering from a certain addictions, so they weren't able to pour into you the way that they needed to because they weren't able to pour into themselves the way that they needed to. You may have a grandparent that you stayed with, that protected you. For some of you, you stayed with them. For others, they just would come to your rescue, or they would come and try to stop by at least every day. But then they started getting older, so unfortunately they weren't able to come as often as they would like. So things around the home would get worse for you. But this person never stopped sending their protection and prayers your way and wanting things to get better for you. For some of you, this person is still with you. For others of you, this person is with you in spirit form. They're still protecting you. They're still guiding you. But they want you to take heed to the messages. For some of you, you have been feeling a little bit under the weather lately. There's a recipe that you used to make with like your grandmother. And she wants you to go ahead and actually use that recipe so that you could get better. Because again, you're always looking after everybody else, but you're never pouring into you. Somebody likes eating pickles. Somebody grandma loves eating pickles. I don't know. And then she also liked pickling different things, like different vegetables. And sometimes different fruits. She would always pray with you, making sure that you would have a great day. She liked scrolling through like the TV guide. And then you would like point out so many different things that y'all could watch. And then she would just keep scrolling, despite the fact that she already done scrolled all the way through it. You may have a brother that you lost. This brother wants you to know that he didn't intend for things to be this way. However,